Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's another beautiful July Saturday here, the last Saturday of July. Summer's almost gone, but weep not, because we've got some exciting Battle Royale action coming at you here today. Round 1 of Apex Legends kicking off. They're dropping off the ship right now. Before we jump in and check out what's going on the map, let's go ahead and do the good luck, have fun pledge together, everybody. GLHF in the chat. Thank you, Mags Maria, for being here and cheering on your team. Good luck, have fun is a promise to. Set a positive example with my behavior. Show integrity by honoring the rules. Be a good sport whether I win or lose. Recognize that my words have real impact. Speak up against discrimination, harassment, and abuse. Stop, listen, and reassess if I'm told that my words or actions are harmful. And respect others, even if their sincere opinions are different from my own. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into Apex Legends. See how our teams are doing. So right now we're hanging out with the Alexandria Samurai, but let's open up the mini map really quick and check out how teams are doing. We've got Triangle Shogun over here. They're already chasing down members of the Cupertino Irvine Grizzly. So let's go ahead and jump over to a Gate Moth really quick. Let's see any other team fights right off the drop. A lot of actually teams dropping right on each other. Hanover Horde and oh my god, we got a three-way team fight over here. Let's go check this out. We got Wellington Mustangs with Bendy and Lumi. They've got the Gnome Darts right above them. Great movement here from Bendy, able to get behind the the horizon there, but unfortunately they are overwhelmed from all sides, and the Gnome Darts take out the Wellington Mustangs. But now, can they take on the Hanover Horde as well? Back-to-back team fights. Who's gonna win it? Let's check back really quick, see how things are going on the rest of the map. Looks like Franklin here is chasing away the Omaha Infinity. Meanwhile, we've got even more. This is Saberific for the No Mowers. So more team fights unfolding all over the map. Back here with the Hanover Horde, though. Foxy JJ gets spotted out, down to one shot. They've got some heals on them, though, so they will be able to heal themselves back up if they can stay hidden for just long enough. If Troop can perhaps keep them distracted. Tank takes down Lakeland, Lakeland 2, Lakeland 1. Let me go ahead and go over here. Okay, now I'm with the Gnome Darts. And here we are, Gnome Darts fighting against the Hanover Horde. True gets taken down, so True gets found out. Taken out by Dr. Igneous. Dr. Igneous with a beautiful finisher there. The roundhouse kick. But Foxy JJ is still alive. Foxy JJ has been in this position many times before in this Apex Legends season, so they're no stranger to surviving at all costs here. Let's take a look at the Triangle Grizzlies. Jackson Gamer has unfortunately been found out by the Franklin Tsunami, and it's only a matter of time. There we go. They get taken down. Foxy JJ gets found out and taken down as well, so Foxy JJ is out. Triangle Grizzly, they've lost Jackson Gamer, but they will live to fight another day. Meanwhile, up here to the north, we've got Wellington Mustangs B, and they're chasing down the No Mowers. And No Mowers running as far as they can from the Mustangs B team. But they do have this high ground position. They do have, let's see, what do they have? They have a 301, EVA 8, and a Havoc, RA45. So they're not really equipped for a fight right now. But if they had to take it, they wouldn't be at a horrific disadvantage. Although it is admirable considering seeing how far Wellington Mustangs B are willing to chase them down. And speaking of chasing down, back here right at the very beginning of the match, we saw that Triangle Shogun landed at the same time as the Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies. And we can see now that looks like the Triangle Shogun found and took out Exotic Lil Brew here for the Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies. But luckily, Mayonnaise was able to survive, and even just now was able to get their teammates respawn beacon, or banner, I think it's called, their banner. And now they're going to be able to get to a respawn beacon. Although, are they going to have enough health to make it there? In the kill feed, we see Dr. Spooper just took down Black Belt. So I'd like to try and see perhaps where that team fight may be happening. Here we are. Franklin Tsunami. Dr. Spooper just took out Nicosaurus. Nicosaurus plays for a triangle team, I believe. So it looks like wherever they are, they managed to take him out. And now, back on the other side here, Wellington Mustangs B are running with the storm, and right in front of them, right next to them as they're running, is the No Mowers. And the No Mowers have to run and continue running while being shot at from behind from the Wellington B Mustangs. And so Mustangs basically have this served up on a platter to them because the team in front of them has no choice but to run. I mean, they could take the residual damage from the storm, and honestly, that may be the play. We can see that Legend Gaming, the lifeline for the No Mowers, has already gone down. Cadence low on HP, Saberific still on full, but only with a gray shield. And now here comes Fade rushing in to finish off the lifeline there. Sees that they're down, they're not a threat, they're gonna leave them be. They still have to keep running all this time, they can't stop. Sprite Cranberry Drinker finishes off Legend Gaming. And the No Mowers, they've put quite a bit of distance. Oh, and actually, no, they haven't. They're right on the other side of this rock. The Wellington Mustangs are about to pass right by them right now. Any second, they're going to pass right by Saberific's field of view. And a nice little ambush that they set up here is so close. They get the knock onto the Wraith. Beautiful play there. Pinging him there for the rest of the team, but they have angles on everybody else. Oh, the Lakeland Lizards are here to third party the entire engagement, and they take out both. There they go. Down go the Gnome Mowers. So Lakeland Lizards here have the good fortune to just be in the right spot at the right time to take them out. And that's what happens when you rotate early to the next zone. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and let's go check out what's going on with the Madison Marvels, our #1 team here in the season. Rank 1 with 145 points. Let's see why it is that they are rank 1. Look at that. They've got 2 purples and a blue shield already. Kitted out with the R301 and alternator here. Car in the EVA 8 and the Prowler in the Nemesis. So it looks like they're set up for medium to close range engagements here, just like where they like to be. Meanwhile, Troy Eagles, EJ's already taken quite a bit of damage. Down goes Ninja on the Octane, and quickly their teammate goes down as well. Meanwhile, in the kill feed, I see Misty has just taken down TA. I'd like to go see where that may be happening. Misty. Oh, look at this. Triangle Shogun chasing down another team here. They're trapped inside this room. Beautiful shot with that massive Overdroid. Oh, it's Omaha Infinity. They take down the lifeline for the Omaha Infinity. One other elimination. And there's another team there ready to block them out. It's the Marvels. Marvels are here ready. And now the Triangle Shogun are going to have to fight from inside this room. Are they trapped in here? Or is the Marvels trapped out there? They managed to get the knock onto one of the Marvels, so Triangle Shogun are in a great position here. They're up one team member. A Gate Moth does go down, but the revive will come through. Let's see. The revive has already come through on the side of the Marvels, but there's smokes everywhere. Visibility is poor. Coma Bob rushes in, no fear. Shields dropping. And meanwhile, the Watson goes down. So does a Gate Moth. So does Loba. And down go the Triangle Shogun. Well played. It was a good team fight, good effort, but they will get taken down in the end. It was a good fight. Although the fighting may not be over for the Madison Marvels quite yet, because even now, what is this? Is this two teams? What's going on here? Here we have the Alexandria Samurai and Awkwards and Burn. And yeah, there we go. We just caught the very end of it. Dr. Spooper took him out, took down the Alexandria Samurai. And now Marvels have to take on another team fight. It's the Gnome Darts taking them on this time. And Welsh on the triple take, ready to do a large burst of damage for anyone who dares peek out of that room. Smokes come out here to put some blinds there and give the Madison Marvels some cover. Madison Marvels use this opportunity to escape out the north side.
Let's go.
And the Gnome Darts, they're still not entirely sure if the Marvels are still here. And so they are playing carefully, but they understand that maybe this is their opportunity to back out. So who was this team? I want to know who Dr. Spooper is. I like that username. It's a funny username. It's the Franklin Tsunami. Supercharger, Dr. Spooper, and Misty are here. They're the ones that took down the Alexandria Samurai. I want to see how the match stats are working out so far. So right now, AR kill leaders are the Franklin Tsunami. That's the team we're hanging out with right now. The Lakeland Lizards with 5 eliminations. Lakeland Lizards showing up big this weekend. Nice. Good stuff, Lakeland Lizards. Marvels with 5 elims and Gnome Darts with 4. Meanwhile, Franklin Tsunami, who are they taking on right now? They're fighting up against the Madison Marvels. Swifty showing that they are beaming from afar. And now, how are the Franklin Tsunami going to get themselves out of this corner? Because they've got the storm to their back, and they've got this narrow valley to their side. Madison Marvels, they crossed the valley to chase them. So now they're on the same side of the valley now. And Swifty's going to keep chasing down as Franklin Tsunami look for a different position. I think they want something more advantageous for themselves. They don't like that open space. I think this is good. They could easily turn the tides here, because now they have if the Marvels choose the chase, they can force the Marvels down that narrow chokeway. All right, there we go. Supercharger and Misty. Misty is on the front line. Misty just has to be careful not to get overwhelmed here. As long as Spooper and Supercharger keep an eye on things, they should be okay. Let's see what the Marvels are plotting. Marvels decide, you know what? We don't like that. That's a death trap. Let's get out of there.
I think we should go over here.
We don't like that position. We like to fight from a position of power, and we don't like that position. So right now, let's check out who's on the map right now, who's alive. So right now alive, we have the Lakeland Lizards. They've got 5 elims. We've got the Omaha Infinity. Down here to the south, who's this? This is the Franklin Samurai. Jadis and Nebula, both with gold shields. That means that they can revive themselves if they get knocked, so your teammate doesn't have to stop to pick you back up. The Gnome Ants, also with 2 gold shields. Man, teams are kitted out and looted up right now. Omaha Infinity have been spotted out by the Madison Marvels, and they're going to get a move on. Try and get out of here. All or at least try and shake them off. I don't think they want to fight the Marvels right now. And as well, they shouldn't. They're not in a great position right now. But if they take too much damage trying to rotate away or get away, they'll be forced to take a team fight no matter what. And Overjoy tries to snipe with the wingman, gets knocked, is gonna either force their teammates to stop right here and fight at this position. And that's gonna be the go sign for, oh no, this is not the Marvels, this is the Wellington Mustangs B. The Mustangs B are the team that are set up here on the high ground, but they're dropping right now because they're taking some fire from another team. The Gnome Ants are here. Things are getting kind of complicated here. Let's take a look at the battlefield at large. So we've got the Wellington Mustangs B right here. We've got Omaha Infinity over here. We've got Gnome Darts over here. And then we've got another team fight unfolding at the same time over here with the Gnome Ants. So Gnome Ants, to the north of them, they have to deal with the Franklin Tsunami, who have just rushed in on Gakabalokius right now. Storm closing in on Gakabalokius just a little bit. Misty gets Gakabalokius down. Arkham goes down as well, and now it's just Scribbles. And down go the Gnome Ants. Franklin Tsunami claim yet another team. Meanwhile, over here, Omaha Infinity still hanging out over here. Madison Marvels have taken over the south side of Harvester. Gnome Darts on the west side. Lakeland Lizards on the northeast. And Franklin Tsunami are going to be forced to take the long way around to get to zone, unless they want to dash through the storm. Franklin Samurai are, I think they're hoping to ambush the Franklin Tsunami right now. Let's see if that ambush works out. I don't think it will, because the Tsunami, the Franklin Tsunami, have no reason to go this way. Although Supercharger is too curious. They're going to dash straight in. They're not even looking. Oh, the Tsunami failed. They weren't looking either. What just happened? And it looks like the Samurai were confused. Do they shoot? Do they not? They didn't shoot. They weren't ready for the ambush. I think they were busy paying attention to something else. Maybe they were in their inventory or something. But they lost their opportunity to ambush here. And now the Samurai pick up a couple more limbs here. This is Tsunami. The Tsunami pick up yet more limbs. Let's check in on the situation over here. The Omaha Infinity have made a move, and they're going after the Madison Marvels. Kingsley goes down, Slick Nika goes down, and now it's just Overjoyed, and Overjoyed gets taken down as well. Madison Marvels pick up yet another team wipe there. They take out the team to the southeast. Omaha Infinity out at 6th place. Now let's take a look. Who is the next closest team? It's the Wellington Mustangs B. They're the other team here at Harvester. Augusta Gnome Darts to the northwest, northeast, Lakeland Lizards, and let's take a look how Wellington Mustangs B are going to handle this. They've got a nice little hiding spot here. They're not likely to get ambushed. Marvels have spotted out the Lakeland Lizards to the northeast, and they've also spotted out the Gnome Darts to the northwest. The wild cards in this situation are going to be our Franklin Tsunami. They've shown themselves to be a very strong team, able to take out other teams in quick succession. And so they're going to be kind of our wild cards here, and they're running straight towards the Lakeland Lizards. Can the Lakeland Lizards hold them off? We've got the Bloodhound here, the Wraith. And they've been spotted. They know, okay, doors are getting kicked down. They're breaching. Black Hole sucks them all three of them in. But they managed to get a good knock on Dr. Spooper. KJ's down, and now it's just up to the Wraith. Can the Wraith finish it off and get the win for the team? Beautiful knock onto the Pathfinder. Now they just need to find one more to take out the entire team. 1v1 situation. Wraith versus Misty. Is anyone else looking to get involved? No, they have the field to themselves. Misty has the healing advantage. And down they go. Franklin Tsunami by the hair of their teeth. Look at how much HP Misty had. So great effort from the Lakeland Lizards. I mean, Lakeland Lizards, you guys should be happy about that performance. You guys got plenty of eliminations, and you took Franklin Tsunamis to the very brink here. So great effort here. from the Gnome Ants. I'm forgetting here. No, from the Lakeland Lizards. That's right. It's hard keeping all the team names in my head. All right, Marvels have taken over the final zone. They know what the next zone is going to be. Gnome Darts are making their move. They want to get in there. They don't spot anyone with Seer's tunnel vision there. But looks like they're looking to take over the rooftops. Gnome Darts always generally like to take over the rooftops. I think it's because they like this high ground, although it is quite exposed in this situation. Welsh down to one shot. Welsh goes down. Dr. Igneous and Tiger Fox with no shields. They do manage to get a knock onto Swifty, which is a big pickup. But unfortunately, they are overwhelmed by the Marvels and will be taken down. Gnome Darts get taken out at 4th. Marvels, they lose Swifty, which is a big loss for them. Unless they can get Swifty back up here. Meanwhile, Frank and Tsunami, they wanted to take advantage of this opportunity. Dr. Spooper has used the ultimate to chase them down. And Spooper spots out 2 enemies there, firing on them, and there's enemies in their base right now. Who is that? It's the Marvels. Coma Bob with the amazing flank all the way around. It pays off, and they're able to take down the Horizon. Meanwhile, Frank and Tsunami unable to get the revives off. Now as Misty is playing as a solo all alone. Marvels still have their full strength. All 3 players are here. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Wellington Mustangs B. Fade has been knocked, but Sprite Cranberry Drinker has an amazing position and is able to land quite a bit of damage. All right, they do lose their teammate, so now they are playing as a solo. They've got great visibility onto the player on the ground here. Nice little shield swap there from that Wraith on the ground, whoever they are. Oh, that must be the Franklin Tsunamis. Oh, that was Horizon, actually. Because there is no Wraith in the lobby. Madison Marvels, they have all 3 of their teammates still in here. Misty's on the ground. So are Madison Marvels. The only player with the high ground position was Misty there. So Misty gets taken down, and now it's just Sprite Cranberry Drinker. My hopes aren't too high for the comeback. Anything's possible. Anything could happen. But I don't see this happening, especially with this very open position that Sprite Cranberry is forced into right now. They are going to use their abilities to try and at least cut off some of the sight lines from the Marvels. But unfortunately, the Marvels will just overpower them with sheer numbers. And the Marvels take round 1. Well done to the Madison Marvels.
We have our Apex champions.
And it's interesting to see this new legend coming into play for a lot of teams. I mean, we've been seeing it all season, but seeing the Madison Marvels pick it up was interesting. I don't think I've seen them run this legend that uses this kind of like black ooze before. I don't think I've seen them use that. Let's take a look at the match summary stats here. So Madison Marvels, first place finish, 15 eliminations. Not to be outdone though. Look at that. Franklin Tsunami, third place with 15 eliminations. Crazy. They tied in eliminations. So Tsunami and Marvels at each other's throats. Meanwhile, Wellington Mustangs B in second place with 1 elimination. Gnome Darts in 4th with 4 elims. Lakeland Lizards in 5th place with 5 eliminations. Omaha Infinity in 6th. Franklin Samurai in 7th. Gnome Ants in 8th. Alexandria Samurai in 9th. Triangle Shogun in 10th with 3 elims. Troy Eagles in 11th. Gnome Mowers in 12th. Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies in 13th. Triangle Grizzlies in 14th. Hanover Horde in 15th. Troy Eagles in 16th with 1 elim. And Wellington Mustangs A in 17th. Man, these players are competing hard. They are playing hard. They're playing their hearts out there on the field. It is great stuff to see, great stuff to watch. And whenever you see these players and how amazing their performances are, I mean, we see the Madison Marvels with 15 elims, Franklin Tsunami with 15 elims. The next closest is 5 elims from the Lakeland Lizards. And you just have to admire the effort, the time, the commitment that these players have to personal mastery, to gaining more and more skill over time. This is something that is achievable by anyone, but you have to admire it when you see it yourself, when you experience the difference in that level of effort and focus that these players have. And that's why we teach effort goals. Effort goals are amazing tools that everyone should use to change their perspective on life, on how they judge themselves and how they judge their own efforts and results. When we use effort goals, those are different from outcome or result oriented goals. An effort goal changes success from what's the result I got to how much effort have I put in personally. When we teach players, when we teach young people, when we teach anyone, when you learn to set success by your own personal improvement, by your own personal mastery, you feel so much more fulfilled. You are much more rewarded. You are much more driven to keep going, to keep working towards that personal mastery, to keep working towards improvement, as opposed to focusing on results. Because honestly, when you're in a match like this, especially when you're in a battle royale and there's so many variables going on, the outcome of the match largely is not up to you. How good the opponents are, how good you are, how good a weapon drop may be is largely not up to you. So you can't set goals like, I'm going to get this many eliminations on this day. Those are not reliable goals to set because those are out of your control. But the things you can control is your own effort, how much effort you can put in. It's things like, I'm going to group up with my team 5 times. I'm going to call out enemy positions 3 times around. I'm going to ask myself, can I do my job? Am I safe? 3 times around. And effort goals like that help to really push you to actually improve, as opposed to more nebulous things like, okay, I want to make sure that I get 3 kills each round. Those are things that are out of
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked right now. Dad, all right, push up with me, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boop Steve!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Oh, nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to. Good game.
All right, we're back with round 2 of Apex Legends. It was a short break, and we are here with round 2. Let's take a look. Teams already dropping, stepping on each other's toes. I mean, that's just what happens when you have this many teams on what is this a relatively small map? I think what it is the POIs are really grouped together, especially in this region over here. Or up here at the top, we have the Omaha Infinity. We have the Wellington Mustangs right next to each other as well. Now, I don't see either of them pinging each other, so I don't think they've actually spotted each other yet. They're on different parts of this POI, so maybe they just haven't had a chance to run into each other. However, over here, there they go. Okay, yes. Cooper Irvine Grizzlies have spotted out the Wellington Mustangs B, and they've spotted each other. Neither of them is running at the other, though, so I think they're okay to go. I love when people are active in chat because it makes it so much easier for me to talk as a solo caster, because then I can have just a little more natural conversation with the viewers, and I don't run out of stuff to say. And Dr. was it Dr. KJ or Dr. J? Let me see in the chat real quick.
I need it.
Dr. K FPS had a great comment in the chat, which was that, I don't regret picking Revenant. They weren't the best pick, but I had fun. I like them, so I don't regret picking them. It looks like Awkwards and Burn here having some connection issues. You hate to see it, but it's okay. I'm sure hopefully they'll get that cleared up and they'll be back in the match as soon as we know it. Let's go ahead and hang out with the Omaha Infinity. So, like Dr. K was saying, that they don't regret picking that Revenant, even though they're not the most optimal pick. They're not the meta pick right now, and I think that's important to understand that you don't have to be, you don't have to be a slave to the meta. You can pick your favorite hero, your favorite legend. You can run your favorite a loadout, because especially at this skill level, until you get to the highest tier of play, until you're essentially at pro play, you don't have to follow the meta, and even pros can break the meta. You can play what you enjoy. You can play what you like, and especially in a game like Apex Legends, it's not going to have a horrible effect on your team's ability to win and play. So much of Apex Legends is just the movement and the gunplay and the battle royale instincts. So you don't necessarily have to run the most meta heroes, the most meta comp at every given game. You can play what you like, you can have fun, and you can still perform really well even without running the meta. You really only have to pick the meta once you're at the highest level of pro play where every tiny advantage matters. But here we are with Overjoyed Fool trying to make the 1v1 comeback here. Unfortunately, shot out from behind by Bendy, and Wellington Mustangs will take out the Omaha Infinity. Oh my goodness, there's so many teams here. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we got the Wellington Mustang B in between 3 different teams right now. Mass and Marvels have certainly spotted them out. Triangle Shogun see this whole mess and say, oh my goodness, that's too many teams. Let's get out of there. They're going to run to the Alexandria Samurai or the Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies at any given moment here. Wellington Mustangs B, they've spotted out the Mass and Marvels, or rather, Mass and Marvels spotted out them as TA goes down. Sprite loses their shields. Fade about to get taken down. They get knocked as well. Sprite is the only one left. Sprite should be paying me, man. If you guys put a brand in your username, we should get like a royalty. All right. Let's see. Oh, great shot. Unfortunately, oh my goodness. What a shot from Swifty. Takes him out with, oh, a Kraber. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. Oh, and they're running Crypto now. That's cool. Oh, they spotted out a Wraith. That's not, oh, Alexandria Samurai are close by as well, but who's this? Is the Lakeland Lizards? And just as I swap over to them, they get taken down as well. So Massive Marvels have just taken down the Lakeland Lizards, and was it the, I have to look at the match stats really quick, and the Wellington Mustangs B. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the map here, see if any other teams are about to run into each other. I think the Triangle Shogun were about to run into the Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies, but they must have redeployed over here to the epicenter. Look at this, Franklin Samurai getting ready to go towards them right now. Adriel in the chat, welcome back. Thank you for coming back to the live stream and cheering on these teams. They're saying get some gnomes. You know, we got a lot of gnomes fans in the chat. Let me see what the gnomes are up to. So gnome darts are over. Where are they? Oh, they're being chased down by another team right now. It's the gnome mowers chasing down their fellow gnome team, the gnome darts. Gnome darts, however, redeploy successfully. Gnome mowers, they consider, are we going to chase them? Yeah, we're going to chase them. No, actually, forget it. Let's hop on foot. Let's take the loot instead. We managed to scare them away. Let's take the loot. Meanwhile, let's go back over here. Yeti Phoenix, Triangle Shogun, and Water. Congratulations, Water. You got controllered. Very funny. Very funny. But Triangle Shogun, they take out Jade, Ace, and Nebula for the Franklin Samurai. So taking out the Franklin Samurai, great pickup. And Adriel in the chat also contributing to the conversation in the chat. Thank you so much. They're saying they're continuing on the thread about you know, being able to play, you know, either meta legends or versus legends that you enjoy, and saying you can shift the meta around by combining different legends with different player levels. Creates a fun but intense change of play. That's a great perspective. Thank you, Adriel, for your insight. Hanover Horde here. True has managed to find a golden shield. Oh, look at that. I love the bunny hopping. Look at that. A little bit of tech skill right there. Just what I expect from an Octane player to have some movement tech skill there. Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies, they're up to full strength, so it looks like they've got Never Wumbula in the match here. And I don't think, have they realized that they've got the marbles on their tail? I don't think they've realized it yet. They will realize it soon. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Gnome Ants, go Gnomes. I know we got some Gnomes fans here in the chat participating, cheering on their teams, cheering on their players. Go Arkham, Scribbles, Gakapalokus as they are setting up their defensive areas here. Arkham's on the ground. Scribbles using these defensive ramparts. Is that the right word? Forget. I never would know what to call these walls that they put up. But they're bringing out Sheila and they're ready to play. Look at that. Just raining down lead on the battlefield. They take down Dr. Spooper while taking minimal damage themselves. Unfortunately, they do lose Arkham in the fight. And now Scribbles moving up positions to continue to threaten. And now here comes Sheila, ready to rain lead. All right, they're gonna put up another wall here. A wall of bullets and a wall of steel to hold back the Franklin Tsunami. As Supercharger and Misty, mostly Misty here. Seems like Misty is somewhat alone here. Supercharger is kind of on the ground here, trying to make their way. Misty managed to take down Scribbles, so Scribbles has been taken down. Oh no, that Gokabalokas is down. Scribbles doing their best. But unfortunately, they will be taken down. Well played from the Franklin. I think it was Tsunami there. Yeah, Franklin Tsunami take out the gnome mowers, I believe it was. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the map here. Let's see what the situation on the ground floor is. Troy Eagles. I think they've spotted out, hey, there's some players. Yeah, okay, they've spotted out the Madison Marvels. Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies have managed to shake the Madison Marvels off of them. It looks like the Madison Marvels have lost interest in the Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies and no longer want to chase them down. Meanwhile, over here, a tense kind of stare down going on between the Triangle Grizzly. Nicosaurus just looting up right here. And Zahori for the Alexandria Samurai. They found themselves a comfy spot and they're going to stay there. Franklin Tsunami rotating through, rotating around. And is this a solo DJ4 Pro? DJ4 Pro, how did you get so far away from your teammates? Where are they? Oh, they're all the way in Storm. They must have just been revived recently. Cupertino Irvine Grizzly is now taking on the Triangle Shogun. Foxy JJ goes down. Never Wumbula goes down. True. So it looks like Hanover Horde and Madison Marvels are fighting. Swifty left as a solo after that engagement. Hanover Horde fought valiantly and were able to fight the Madison Marvels to a draw. But oh my goodness, an insane shot from who was that? Was that Swifty? Swifty with the Kraber shot. You can never get comfortable around the Marvels just when you think it's over. Meanwhile, Triangle Shogun, did they come out on top? I don't see Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies. Okay, yeah, Cupertino Irvine Grizzlies are on the south side of the epicenter. And a Gate Moth is there, keeping an eye on what may or may not be happening. Meanwhile, over here, Troy Eagles in trouble. Tank stuck in Storm. Trey also stuck in Storm. Can they get the heal off in time? Yes, they can, but they're essentially stranded there. Franklin Tsunami, they know that the gnome mowers are inside this building and they're stalking like sharks circling a stranded raft. They are stalking this building, getting ready to pounce the moment that they see the gnome mowers tread water. Troy Eagles, they get jumped on right now by the Tsunami. Trey is still alive somewhere in the storm. They're gonna have a long way to getting their way back in. Zahori has left the safety of the bottom of that highway, and now they are looking for their next hiding spot. They're gonna have to be careful as they are running into a wasp nest right now. I always like to root for the solos. Adriel in the chat, so nice. Thank you. Always great to be here at XP League. Thank you. Ogibo in the chat, welcome. Welcome back, Ogibo. They're saying bulkhead. Oh, in terms of what to call the walls put up by, is it Rampart? No. Rampart, Bulwark, Bulkhead. Those all work. Cool. Oh, Swifty just took down Yeti Phoenix. Let's go hang out with the Triangle Shogun. They'll have enough time to get them revived, but that's all the time they'll have. The fight is upon them. It's time to go. Sheila comes out right away. Water is the only one with healthy shields. Swifty took down Nicosaurus as well, and they're about to get finished here. as the Triangle Grizzly lose one of their team members. Take me back to the Marvels fight here. Marvels all the way healthy, and that Kraber has been putting in such great work. Meanwhile, Misty just took down Exotic Lil Brew. Zahoria's bunts for the Samurai, for the Alexander Samurai, just got taken down by Dr. Spooper, who's a Franklin player. All right, Triangle are back up to full shields. They're ready to take this fight if need be, but it looks like things have popped off over here. Franklin Tsunami, full health, chasing down the no mowers. Cadance and Saberific in a compromised position, although they did manage to get a great flank. Saberific, smart play here, gets the flank, able to take down Misty. At least if they're gonna go down, they're taking you with them. And Legend Gaming has to get some heals off, but they're gonna go down to the storm, and down they go. No mowers are eliminated. Franklin Tsunami, they make it out, but they lose Misty. So they went out, but they didn't go out without a fight. Meanwhile, over here, Madison Marvels are facing a new threat. They now have to take on the Wellington Mustangs. Hey, Bendy and Lumi are not to be underestimated in any combat situation, especially Bendy here, the ace for the Wellington Mustangs here. They've shown themselves over and over, especially at North American Finals, that they are a force to be reckoned with in a team fight. But they recognize that now is not the time. They don't want to be premature. They don't want to overplay their position, and they'll allow the Madison Marvels to play from here, but especially because they know the Madison Marvels will be forced away from here as that storm closes in. And the fact that the Wellington Mustangs are clear, they have that next storm position, that next zone. They're going to be able to control the pace of the fight if they so want to. Gnome Darts have been, as always, early to zone. They always set themselves up in the power position for late game. And here they are, showing off, hey, we see you, Wellington. We see you, Madison. We have all the intel in the world. They're always they're a very info-heavy team, and so they love to play with from a position of knowledge and power here. Never, ever overextending or playing aggressive.
Enemy here, right in my space.
Triangle Shogun. They've taken complete control over the epicenter. Frankly, it's impressive they've managed to hold it for this long.
Hey, check it. Materials here.
Love the sportsmanship from Ogibo in the chat. Thank you. They're saying, rooting for Foxy J today. Let's go from your buds at North OC. Love to see that. Friendships blossoming here at XP League. Great sportsmanship. All right, look at that. Triangle Shogun. They spot someone out on the zip line. They managed to get them dropped. And it's the Franklin Tsunami. Oh no, we saw this team. This team was the team last round that went big with 15 eliminations, and now here they are in shambles, only down to Dr. Spooper, but that doesn't mean it's over, not by any means. Tank, looks like the Troy Eagles tried to push onto the Gnome Darts. Welsh goes down to the ring. Mr. Tiger Fox and Dr. Igneous still around. They do manage to take out the Troy Eagles, I believe. I don't see anyone left for them. Bendy has been knocked and taken down, and now it's just up to Lumi. Madison Marvels, this is their opportunity, and I think they know it because Potato Person for the Marvels has moved in. And here comes Sheila. Great movement from whoever they're shooting at there, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough as Tiger Fox gets taken down. DJ4 Pro goes down, and is that Jackson Gamer? And there, down they go. Wellington Mustangs, Lumi gets some great shots off. They break the shield on the Crypto here. Now, is that Mr. Tiger Fox? No, they are out. So that is the Madison Marvels. So Lumi, they held their position well, using that Nemesis to hold off the other enemies. Now it's just 2v2, and now it's just 2 left for the Madison Marvels. Triangle Shogun, this is their opportunity to take out the Madison Marvels if they so want to. And they're right next to the Marvels right. Okay, they've spotted them out in as well. Potato Person and Crypto. I'm just gonna say Crypto because I don't know Japanese. And the Franklin Tsunami, Dr. Spooper has managed to hold out. So in this situation, it's possible that Dr. Spooper could be a dark horse here and be the player that they need.
Let's relocate here.
Franklin Tsunami, Dr. Spooper here. They're holding down. They had control of that building, which is a great position for them. take a look at Mass and Marvels. They're getting ready to deploy. They've got all three of their team members full strength, but they still have to play careful here. All right, and they're ready for the next zone. Gunshots going off. We hear it. Mass and Marvels, I think they spotted out Dr. Spooper. Let's take a look here. Triangle Shogun. They find Dr. Spooper and take them out. The elimination point is theirs, bringing them up to, I think, is that 7 elims for Triangle Shogun? Nicely done, Triangle. All right, Drone comes out. And they get flashbanged a little bit there. And here comes Madison, a Gate Moth on the front lines with the Peacekeeper, pumping damage into the Madison Marvels. Potato Person is down, only one person left, and it will be the Triangle Shogun that come out on top in round 2. Great job, Triangle Shogun. Beautifully done. Look at you guys on top here in the end. They've been working towards it all season, putting in that effort, bonding as a team, working on their communication, working on their strategies, working on their intuition, when to push in, where to position, when to rotate, when to pull back. And here it culminates in